We've just received jaw-dropping news straight from the federal courthouse in New York. Actor Brad Pitt made an unannounced appearance clutching a tightly secured metal box. Insider sources claim it contains explosive evidence that could completely upend Sean Diddy Combs' case. As for Leonardo DiCaprio, his whereabouts remain a mystery. This is no longer just another criminal trial.
Honey, forget the red carpets and champagne toasts, because Brad Pitt just marched into the courtroom like he was storming a battlefield. But he didn't come alone. Oh no, baby. He came dragging a fortified metal suitcase behind him like he was about to drop a nuclear bomb on Hollywood's most guarded secrets. No security, no assistant, not even a pair of sunglasses, just Brad and a vault so dangerous, so damn explosive, it made even Diddy lose his mind in court. Yes, you heard that right. Diddy went ballistic, screaming at his own lawyer while the world tried to process what was happening. Meanwhile, Leonardo DiCaprio's name was being whispered like a ghost story nobody wanted to believe, because what Brad brought with him could bring Diddy's whole hidden empire crashing down. An empire that's been silently growing for 3 decades behind closed doors, beneath the glitter, in the darkness.
I didn't come here to negotiate. I'm here to bury his twisted empire and to save my friend before it's too late.
And that suitcase, it might as well have been Pandora's damn box. Speculation flew faster than TMZ updates. Was there a recording from Leo's basement prison? A video of secret parties where the rich and twisted played with fire? Or, brace yourself, a list of names. Names of the victims, the legends we thought were untouchable. And now, the man standing tall in the storm, refusing to flinch, is Brad Pitt. Once Leo's co-star, now his loudest voice in a courtroom that has never seen drama like this. He's no longer just a Hollywood icon. He's a one-man reckoning. The walls of fame are crumbling, the mask has slipped, and the battle lines are clear. Brad is done playing nice. This is not a trial. It's a war for the soul of Hollywood. And it all begins with that suitcase.
We're standing just outside the courthouse where chaos reigns supreme. Brad Pitt emerged less than 10 minutes ago, silent but with a gaze radiating unshakable resolve. The steel suitcase was carefully handed over to security personnel. According to insider sources, it holds the key to toppling Diddy. Eyewitnesses claim Diddy lost all composure, even lashing out at his own attorney. This is no longer merely a trial. It's a covert battlefield for the elite.
It all exploded early this morning when the courtroom in New York was tighter than a ticking bomb. Diddy, already drowning in horrifying charges of human trafficking, extortion, and abuse, was facing week 4 of his brutal trial. We'd already heard from ex-employees and shady insiders, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared us for what happened next. The double doors opened, and in walked Brad Pitt. Yes, the Brad Pitt. The man with a jawline sculpted by angels, and now apparently a mission to burn the house down. The courtroom froze. The gasps, deafening. And let's not forget, this wasn't the first time Brad's name popped up in the trial. Remember when Diddy's ex-assistant Mia swore under oath that she saw Diddy attack Cassie Ventura at Brad Pitt's Cannes premiere for Killing Them Softly? Yeah, baby, it all ties together. But today, Brad wasn't just a name, he was the witness. And when he finally spoke, the room tilted. "I'm not here for myself," Brad said, his voice low but sharp as glass. "I'm here for my friend Leonardo DiCaprio, who vanished over a month ago. I'm here to expose Sean Combs and protect the lives he's destroyed." Silence, utter silence. And then chaos. Leo, missing. According to Brad, Leo didn't just ghost the scene. He vanished. No texts, no calls, no trace. Leo, the man with 1,000 assistants and a calendar planned 5 years ahead, disappeared. Brad, he knew something was wrong. Leo missing their annual Malibu hangout? Unheard of. He teamed up with Leo's mom, Irmelin, and sister. They searched everywhere. His penthouses, his mansions, even that secret estate in France. No Leo, no clues. The police, useless. Brad started to fear the worst. Until that night. An unmarked package showed up at Brad's Hollywood Hills home. No sender, just a USB. He plugged it in. What he saw? Leonardo, tied to a metal chair, bruised, bloody, in a basement. A robotic voice said, "Prepare $10 million, 0 cents, 48 hours, call the cops," and he dies. Brad wanted to call 911, but then his phone rang. He answered, and what he heard chilled him to the core. It was Leo. "Brad, they're planning a purge. They'll silence everyone. Get my mom and sister somewhere safe. And listen, proof. Of everything. It's in my old Topanga Canyon house. Basement, steel box. Diddy, he's worse than you know. Click, click, silence. Brad wasted no time. He grabbed Leo's family, hid them in his fortress-like mansion, and sped to the Topanga house. Creepy woods, crickets. He found the basement. The steel box was hidden behind a fake electrical panel. Only Brad could open it. Leo had drunkenly given him the code years ago. When he opened that box, he vomited. Right there, trembling, sick, devastated. I've acted in thrillers, Brad told the court, eyes wide. But nothing could prepare me for what I saw. And guess what? He made a critical mistake. After the USBN call, someone pretending to be a cop told him to drop the USB in a mailbox for protection. Brad panicked, did it, only to realize weeks later there was no officer, he'd been played. But Leo had been smart. He told Brad to back everything up. So Brad made a copy, hid it in a fireplace safe, and that copy, he brought it today to court. He handed the hard drive to the prosecution. They plugged it in. The courtroom darkened. What came next? No one was ready. File 1, a purge order audio plus secret video, a 12-minute audio clip. Leo recorded it in Diddy's Cayman Islands villa in 2020. Diddy's voice, cold, calculated. No one who talks lives. I've handled 3 already, including that actor. You know who. Then a hidden video. Diddy reading off a list of names. 12 people. Leonardo DiCaprio was marked priority target. He told a henchman to silence anyone who saw too much. And the grin on his face, demonic. Even the jury gasped. File 2, sacrifice ceremony plus Leo's journal. An 8-minute video from a secret Paris cellar. Diddy in a black cloak standing before a massed crowd. A young woman was tied to a stone table, candles all around. He chanted a self-written scripture, "She is a gift for immortality." Leo's journal, also in the box, detailed what he witnessed. The guilt ate him alive. He wrote, "Diddy owns footage of me at a party. He said if I talk, he'll come for my mom. I've tried to get away, but I'm trapped. I have to do something." File 3, Project Babylon, brace yourself, a 200-page dossier that exposed an international trafficking ring run by Diddy. Since 2005. Yes, you read that right. Women from Eastern Europe, Africa, and South America were promised modeling gigs. Instead, they were dragged to Diddy's freak-off parties, private jets, hidden mansions, dozens of girls, a glass cage on his private island, labeled after use, take to furnace. The jury looked ill. One juror cried. Another ran out. Diddy's daughter, she collapsed sobbing and fled the courtroom. And Diddy, stone-faced, but his eyes burning like he was calculating revenge. The judge asked Brad how he got all this. Brad said Leo had planned it for years. He preserved it in case he didn't survive. He guided me with his last words. I couldn't ignore that. I had to protect him. And then Brad broke. Leo's out there, maybe alive, maybe not. He risked everything for this. If we don't act, he'll die. Please save him. The courtroom fell silent. Jurors were in tears. The judge ordered a full investigation into Leo's disappearance. And if you thought that was the end, oh honey, buckle up, because it gets wilder. And just when the courtroom was barely catching its breath from Brad's emotional plea, the prosecution brought in backup. Another jaw-dropper, Adam Sandler. Yes, that Adam. The man we all know from goofy comedies and heartfelt dramas. Turns out he had his own nightmare run-in with Diddy, and his pre-recorded testimony was about to push this whole thing into madness. Adam's voice crackled through the speakers. He manipulated me. He controlled me. It wasn't just about power. It was mental warfare. Diddy made me feel like I belonged to him. What? Adam wasn't just another victim. He was a pawn in Diddy's sick game. Trapped, humiliated, and blackmailed using secret footage. One recording showed Diddy telling a group, "Handle the one who's asking too many questions." That was Adam. And now, he was finally speaking up. The footage from Diddy's cloud servers sealed the deal. Diddy wasn't just running some underground empire. He was pulling the strings of celebrities, manipulating them like puppets, and punishing anyone who dared break free. The court gasped. Spectators turned pale. Brad, sitting silently now, clenched his fists. His lips trembled as Sandler's testimony hit closer to home. 'Cause now, the world believed him. But of course, Diddy didn't go down without a fight. Enter Mark Agnifo, Diddy's lead defense lawyer. Cold, calculated, ruthless. He strutted to the front with that smug smirk lawyers wear when they think they've got it all figured out. And oh boy, he came swinging. "Mr. Pitt is a talented man," Agnifo began, practically sneering, "a very talented actor. And this is the role of a lifetime." He accused Brad of staging the whole thing, called the videos Hollywood fantasy, even mocked his emotional testimony. So we're supposed to believe that Mr. Pitt, a man who's played spies and killers, just happened to have the code to a secret vault full of damning evidence? How convenient. The nerve. He pushed harder, accused Brad of attention-seeking, of chasing the limelight, of orchestrating an elaborate PR stunt. For a second, the courtroom wavered, but then boom. Maureen Comey, the lead prosecutor, cool, sharp, fearless, stepped forward with a fire in her eyes. She didn't even blink. We've authenticated every file, every video, every document. This isn't fiction. It's a massive criminal operation, and your client is at the center of it. Then came the receipts. Independent cybersecurity teams confirmed the metadata. The journal was Leo's. Handwriting experts signed off. The voice recordings matched Diddy's exact vocal pattern. No more maybe. This was real. Diddy's poker face cracked. His fingers trembled, his eyes darted. He whispered furiously to Agnifo, barely hiding his growing panic. The court saw it. The world saw it. This wasn't the confident music mogul we'd known. This was a man whose empire was crumbling. And then came the final dagger. A recorded phone call between Diddy and his own mother was played for the courtroom. "They're digging too deep, Ma," Diddy said on the line. "Brad, he's risking everything. If he keeps going, he won't live long enough to regret it." Chills, literal chills. The threat was real. The stakes were life and death. The jury? Dead silent, eyes wide, not even blinking. Suddenly, the idea of Brad staging all this seemed insane. He wasn't chasing fame, he was risking his life for Leo. Even the press, usually so cynical, shifted. Reporters who once questioned Brad's motives were now shaken. Social media exploding. Free Leo was trending worldwide. People were calling for raids on Diddy's properties. Activists demanded arrests. Celebs stayed quiet, afraid, complicit. The court wasn't just a courtroom anymore. It was a battlefield. Truth versus power. Fear versus justice. Brad's courage had turned the tide. But the ending? Oh, it wasn't wrapped up in a bow. Because Leo, he's still missing. Brad's last words to the judge, "Please find him. Every second we waste, he could be suffering, or worse." He didn't collect that evidence for me. He did it for the victims. For the truth. For people who never had a voice. He wasn't walking like a star anymore. He looked like a man carrying the weight of everyone who'd suffered. Gone was the movie icon. This was a soldier, a brother, a truth teller. And in that moment, the courtroom, the world felt it. But this story, it's not over. Because every name on Diddy's list, every victim he tried to erase, every bribe he paid, every secret he buried, they're all coming to the surface now. Hollywood is trembling. Executives are sweating. Publicists are scrambling. Lawyers are preparing for war. And you have to ask yourself, which side are you on? Will you turn a blind eye like so many did for decades? Or will you speak out? Because if Brad Pitt, Oscar winner, millionaire, legend, can risk it all, what excuse do the rest of us have? This trial, it's no longer about one man's crimes. It's a reckoning, a collapse, a revolution, and we're only just getting started.